Season 2, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian just dropped, and it was dope. I'm excited to get in here and let's talk about it. Yes, unless you are living under a rock, uh, Mandalorian Chapter 9, Season 2, Episode 1 just came out. I was waiting at midnight, jumped right into it, and I was not disappointed. One of the things I love right off the bat is we got some scenes that we had seen in the preview for it. The reason I love seeing it, it means it happens in the beginning of Episode 1. It means we still don't know what's going to go on. And yeah, this part wasn't really connected to the rest of the story, but still reminds us that he's a badass. And of course, the scene leaving him hanging, that's some major Batman vibes, and I'm here for it. I gotta say, coming into it, I was hoping that there wasn't gonna be too much fan service, because a lot of times that takes me out of it. We're coming back to Tatooine, and yeah, this episode has a lot of fan service, but it worked. I don't know, it just did. Of course, we got to see our old friend, her little joke about like wanting to buy him, but just kidding, but not really. It's just, I don't know, it just touches me. We of course got another little fan service nod with R5 here. You can still see that the motivator still still marked up from when the motivator blew in episode 4, but I like seeing him. And then of course, boom, we get the reveal. Now, if you're like me and a nerd who reads everything, you would already know that this was Cobb Vanth from the Aftermath book series, but it was really cool to see him realized in live action. I also love the small details on how much more scarring and pitting there is on Boba Fett's old armor. And we know that that all happened because of how long it was sitting inside of a Sarlacc. Yeah, when the Jabba's pleasure barge blew up over the Sarlacc, and all that debris kind of killed him. And so, yeah, it was Jawas that were able to excavate it and get the armor back. I'm not going to lie, though, I was taken aback when he took off the helmet, mostly because his hair is like beautiful. I can't imagine it staying right inside the helmet. Like, what's going on in there? And yeah, got a little bit more fan service with his speeder being pieces of a pod racer. It's looking an awful lot like Anakin's. I also just have to love this little bit too here. I mean, we've seen like the same carrying case before in season 1, but that they're still showing some love to Wilbur Hood is just cool to me, you know? Can we also just take a moment to appreciate how truly terrifying a krayt dragon is? I mean, now I understand why the Tuskens ran when Obi-Wan was making a sound in episode 4. Because, oh my god. Look at this thing. Like, he ain't messing around. And then, of course, there's this whole conversation of, yeah, that is to scale. So, yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat. One small thing that I appreciated is I thought they were gonna lean into more of a conflict between the townspeople and the Sand People. It would just seem like low-hanging fruit and like an obvious plot choice. So I know it's always cool when they, don't fall headfirst into the traditional trope. Now, I'm not going to actually show the fight for obvious reasons, but I gotta say, watching these two fight together was awesome. Some dual jetpack action. I can't wait to see how they play it up and what happens if, we have our Mando start teaming up with more actual Mandos. That'll be super cool. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need to get a still frame of this image because it was just dope. Like, oh man, it was so cool seeing this happen. Yep, that's our boy Tamar Morrison back in action as Boba Fett, and I love it because this means a couple different but really cool things. You see, Cobb Vanth was introduced in the Aftermath story in, 2015 when that book came out, but people still wanted to see Boba Fett alive. He wasn't confirmed dead in that book at all, so this does make sense, but it's really cool how they are... they are really aware and they love the lore and they are continuing with all of this canon, this rich canon that we've had, and now Cobb Vanth is going to be a fan favorite. So I can't wait to see where this goes. All in all, I thought this was a fantastic episode. No better way to kick off a season to build up that anticipation, and man, like sky's the limit. They're going for it, and I mean, the production value is even higher this season so far than it was before. So, yeah, incredible. I can't wait to see what happens next week.